up, guys? I'm leaving this new gas station we got here, but it's packed with fucking people, and we are free. Alright, I'm off. So what's up, guys? What's new? What's new in the motovlogging world? I don't know. I'm just rambling now, watching this truck driver do his thing, backing this truck in. To be honest, I don't even know if my camera is on, because I still haven't got a new charger for my GoPro remote. I don't know where my other charger went, so I'm freeballing it now. No remote. I'm moving this Sunday. So Sunday the 7th, September 7th, I'm moving to St. Paul. Well, Inver Grove Heights is where I'll be living, but I got a job in South St. Paul. So I'm going to be moving to the cities, so hopefully meet up with some other motard riders down there. Some other supermotos. That'd be pretty cool. There's a handful up here, but I don't really ride with a lot of them. So it'll be different, a different city to ride around in. It's a lot bigger than Twin Ports here. So I'm excited. Saturday. I've really been debating about selling my bike or trading it, because I'm going to be a Minnesota resident soon, and in Minnesota they let you plate dirt bikes. So if your bike doesn't have a title, you can go through the DNR and you can put lights on it. Yeah, you have to have headlight, a tail light, and a horn, and they'll let you ride your bike on the street. They'll give you a plate and you can ride it on the street. With Wisconsin, you can't do that. You can only ride a motorcycle on the street if it has a title. And dirt bikes, they don't come with titles that are already for street use. So that's one of the main reasons why I got this, was because I was forced to buy a bike that was ready for the street. And at the time that I was looking, there was really no KTMs in my price range that I could have bought. You know, I wasn't looking to spend a lot on a bike. And if I could have done it all over again, I would have just waited and saved up. Because I bought this bike for $4,500. You know, it had like 4,000 miles on it. Bought it for $4,500, completely stock, and with all the parts, I've put about like $2,000 into it. You know, you got the MRD SSW exhaust, the FCR 39MX. I mean, I got pilot powers on it now. It had knobbies before, but I've got pilot powers on it now. I'm gonna shift so it's not so loud. So now I got pilot powers, I got new brake lines for it, I mean new plastics, I got the RSC stump clutch lever here. A great investment right here. I love this thing. It's way easier to pull than the stock shifter. But, I mean, yeah, that just pretty much sums it up what money I've got into this. So, I mean, all said and done, I've got probably about $6,500 into this damn bike. And for that price, I could have just saved up and bought a KTM. That would be more of a bike than this will ever be. And it's to the point where I don't want to put more money into this, because I'm never going to get what I got into it. and not even close. I mean, it's nobody wants to buy a DRZ that's completed. Apparently everybody just wants a stock one and put money into it themselves. Because every DRZ owner isn't going to keep it stock. Because these bikes are pigs when they're stock. So now that I'll be in Minnesota, I'm debating about just getting rid of this, trading it for something else, or just keeping it. Because I mean, it's not a bad bike. I wouldn't mind keeping it, but I just want something else now that I will be a Minnesota resident and I have the opportunity to pretty much play at anything. I could play at any bike I wanted to, which is Wisconsin. I was only, it only narrowed down to pretty much a DRZ, KTMs that come street legal like the EXCs and SMCs, you know, 625s, whatnot, more like Huskies. And there's not a whole lot of other choices besides that. Those are like the main ones. So my options are A, sell this for what I can get for it, you know, probably between $4,000 and $5,000. It is what it is. B, keep this and just run it till it's done for, and until I have more money that I could actually buy a KTM. Or C, trade it for something, which is kind of hard because the bike that I want, nobody's gonna want to trade for. First bike that I'd look for, my first pick, if I had all the money in the world, would be either a 690 Enduro R converted over to Supermoto, or the new 500 EXC converted over to Supermoto. It's a rough point between two of those because the 690 has a bigger motor, it looks badass, less oil changes, less maintenance, more street friendly. But at the same time, the 500 EXC, I mean, it's still got a 510cc motor. It's a lot lighter. I mean, I think it's wet at like 260 pounds or something. A lot lighter, and it would make a mean ass Supermoto. So it's a tie between those two. Otherwise, the next reasonably priced option would be like a 530 EXC. I'm looking for something newer. I don't want to go with an old bike. I've already got a 2005 DRZ that I'm riding right now. To be honest, I don't really feel like buying another older bike. I mean, my bike is still awesome condition. I mean, it's an awesome bike. But I think it's just time to upgrade. And I'd like to get a new fuel-injected one. Because in my opinion, fuel-injected is the way to go nowadays. You know, I've never had a fuel-injected bike, but I can tell you the difference between a fuel-injected car and a carbureted car. And I'd much rather prefer working on a not carbureted, fuel-injected car. I've tuned both of them, I've dealt with both of them, I've built both of them, and fuel injection is just plain awesome. I mean, there's really no way to explain it. I mean, it's so smooth. Starting up and running is just, it's so much nicer. It's hard to explain, but it's a lot more tunable than a carburetor. Carburetor is simple, been around forever, reliable as all hell, but it's kind of a pain in the ass to tune, and it's just old technology. that was fun. Kinda. I want to ride up these steps. Or ride down them. I've never ridden up steps before. I've only ridden down them. You know, adjusting valves and oil changes, whatever. Doesn't even bother me. I don't mind sacrificing some long distance reliability for some extra power and overall much more fun of a bike. That was a shitty wheelie. Had to really lean on that one. I didn't want to let it down. Well, that's just me. I don't know. Call me crazy. My bike's #1 priority. Goes my bike, then my girlfriend. No, I'm just kidding. I'll probably have to cut that out because I can't put that online. But if the camera's on, I will see you guys next time. My oil's a little low. You know, it's still in the good range. But I'll just wheelie it out here. Not really that great, but I guess better than nothing. So I will see you guys next time.